Hello everyone, welcome to another wonderful episode of Vanilla Minecraft. I've already shot today's episode, but something went wrong in the intro and it had no audio, so I'm doing the intro now. So I hope you love it as much as I love making it. I'm sure you will. And yeah, enjoy! To start off, I have mapped. I finished the map. Right here is where our house is. And I've had some ideas about what we can do with this series, kind of larger, bigger picture things. But as you can see, um, we are surrounded by a massive desert, um, which is kind of a pain. But you know that goes along with turning bigger biomes on. So I think what we are going to do. This map goes out to a little bit more than 1,000 in each direction. We're almost right at 0, 0 here, as you can see. So right here, this very center is 0, 0. And yeah, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna use some world edit stuff to um, chop off. Oh, I should sleep. I'll explain this in a second. Yeah, I don't want to get killed by mobs. I'm not very well equipped. I do have carrots though. Should recover health. Also, I remembered what Felicity is from. I knew that there was a horse named Felicity and something, but I couldn't remember. But right after I finished recording last time, I remembered that it's from Futurama. Zach Brannigan has a horse named Felicity in one of the episodes. Um, Zach Brannigan, not Zach Brannigan. Okay, so back to this. So we're gonna chop off the world just outside of this map, right? And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna change the world generation back to normal from large biomes, so that this map will stay the same, but everything outside of this there'll be like kind of an abrupt change of biome and stuff all around here. And yeah, everything outside this will go back to being normal biomes, which will mean that we can find ocean, we can find stuff like that. Um, maybe even some, yeah, maybe even some mushrooms, mesa. I don't know. But I really want dark oak before and spruce before I really start building this. And I was hoping there was some close, but there's just not. Way down here, like down here on this map, is some plains and some forest, but no roofed forest or extreme hills yet. So we're just gonna do that. We'll have this area. This will be kind of our kingdom. This kind of savanna oasis in the middle of the desert here. There are so many villages, man. I was amazed. There's one here, here. Sorry, it's hard to point at things on the map. Here, 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 maybe here. I'm not sure. And then there's one here, here, here. I think that's all of them that are in the savannah close by. Man, there's one over here somewhere too in the savannah. But man, we have we have lots of villages, and that is kind of something that we're going to spend some time on. I want to do the series to get, practice building and work on building, and so I think that restructuring villages is going to be a great way to do that. So once we get established, what we'll start doing is going to the villages, and especially the ones in the forest here, and just kind of rebuilding them and fixing them up and giving them kind of a theme. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm excited. And then if we run out of villages, we'll either do some in the desert or we'll just start making villages, because that's pretty easy to do actually. Um, yeah, so yeah, so I'm excited about that. Today, today. Oh, well, here's what I'm going to tell you about today. What I wanted to do today was work on the zombie spawner, and we will. but what I just realized is that we really need sticky pistons in order to actually make any progress, or well, not to make any progress, but to finish the zombie spawner, we need sticky pistons, right? There are other ways we can kill them, but if we want to make it a nice EXP farm, then sticky pistons are going to be the best. And we have no slime right now. We need some slime pretty badly. There's a lot of things we're waiting on slime to do. But in the meantime, let's put some of our crap away. Don't need those shears. Don't need that. Oh, I have torches. I'll take this bed down into the mine. Oh, let me show you how maps work. I was gonna do this. It's come to my I've started to realize that I said I was gonna try to explain everything and how it works, and I realized that I haven't. So let's go over some basics of Minecraft here. If you are new to Minecraft, let's see. I'm just gonna try to think about things that I didn't explain and explain them. Okay, so sugarcane. Sugarcane can only be planted beside water. It will always grow on top of itself up to a height of 3, as long as it's beside water. And so what you do is you just chop it down at the second height and pick it up, and this will regrow up, right? So that's how sugarcane works. And then you can spread this as long as it's beside water. Chickens lay eggs every once in a while, and you can throw eggs. There's a small chance that a chicken will, not super small, it's a decent chance that a chicken will spawn from an egg. When you throw it, you can also breed chickens with seeds. Just right click on 2 chickens with seeds and they'll get hearts over their head, and a baby chicken will appear magically. I don't know what happened to all my chickens. That time when I died and I was logged in all night but dead and all my stuff despawned, all the chickens disappeared too. I don't really know what could have possibly happened. There's no chicken meat in here, so they didn't die. The only thing I can think is that maybe they despawned for some reason. I don't know. But we have plenty of eggs, so I'm not worried about it. Hoppers. I realized I didn't explain this. The way that hoppers work is they will take whatever is above them into themselves. So if I throw this wood block here, it gets put in the hopper, right? And so now if I look at the hopper down here, or I could do it from up here, make it easier. If I right click on the hopper, see the wood blocks in there. So that's how this was working. It was collecting the eggs that the chickens dropped into the hopper, and the hopper will also automatically deposit anything that it has in it into, if there's a inventory item below it, like a chest or another hopper, the hopper will deposit what it's holding into that. So the chest is full, which is why the hopper is holding some eggs as well. Hoppers can also be placed under chests, and they'll take stuff out of the chest above them, or the hopper above them, or whatever. And there are hopper minecarts and hopper chest minecarts and stuff. We'll get into minecarts later. Alright, so that's hoppers. I don't really want to get into redstone yet, because I'm not going to do anything with redstone just yet. So I'll probably do that when I set up the killing mechanism for the zombie spawner. What else? Oh, maps. Yes, maps, definitely. Okay. So here's how maps work. Where to go? Aha. Maps. You make a map. You make a blank map. It's a compass surrounded by 8 paper. A compass is a redstone surrounded by diagonally, or not diagonally, up and down, in a plus sign with 4 iron around it. So 1 redstone, 4 iron. And then you surround a compass with paper to make a map. And a map, you right click to make it a map of wherever you're standing. If you take a map that's not blank, in other words that you have right clicked while you're holding it and surrounded by paper and craft it like that, it'll zoom it out. It'll double its size. So these are zoomed out 3 times, which means they cover approximately a little bit over 1,000 blocks. 1,000 this way and 1,000 this way, and there are 4 of them here, right? Item frames, which is what this is. Here, I have one somewhere. And this is what we're going to use to identify everything. So you can put them on, I don't think you can put them on the floor, no. You can put them on walls. Where'd you go? There you are. They tend to fly everywhere, but so you put them here, and then you take an item and you right click the item frame with the item, and it puts one of the item in the right item frame, and you can see it. If you right click it again, it'll rotate the item. left click it to take the item back. Yep. So, and you got to be careful with them because sometimes the items will fly around. Excuse me. Anvils. So where you repair tools, we're not doing much of this now, but you would take a tool here, and like say we have a stone pick. I'll show you more of this later, but we could name our pick, right? We could call it, I don't know, whatever, blah blah. Yeah. Now when we pick it up, it has an enchantment cost of 1, so it costs us 1 XP level to do that. And if you repair, the enchantment costs are higher. But now to name this, not that that matters. If you name something, it reduces the repair costs for it. But we're not repairing anything since we don't have like good diamond tools with enchantments on them yet. So that's not important. Furnaces, you put coal in. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to head down to the zombie spawner. Let's see, do I need anything else? I should grab an extra pick. Things. Because, yeah. I have plenty of torches. Excellent. Let's make these. Go ahead and do this, I guess. Alright. I have wood with me, so we should be good. Get food, I have a bed if I need to sleep. Yeah. Okay. Now in the future when I go to the zombie spawner, I'll probably just cut and go there, but I want to show you guys where it is. So this is my tunnel. I have no slime spawning down here, which kind of makes me sad. Just a little bit sad, because oh man, I need some slime balls to do some stuff. But that's okay. Yeah, so it's, you know, this tunnel really actually stops right here. It's gonna keep going, but it doesn't yet. But there's some unexplored stuff over here. I'm not too worried about that right now. Spawner. Is it up here? It's somewhere up here. I mean, obviously there's a sign, but I feel like I would have taken out this water. Let's see. Yep, up here. Excellent. This I block these off when I explore them, just so I know that I've like been there and gotten all the ores and stuff, so I don't waste time. Alright, so this is what a dungeon looks like. I haven't really done anything to this except light it up and take the. There are usually chests in here. And that's where I found the name tag and the saddle and the horse armor and all that. So if you see cobblestone underground and you haven't been there before, it means one of two things. It either means that there's lava and water touching to make cobble, or that you found a spawner, a dungeon spawner. If you see mossy cobble underground, like cobble with a green in it, it definitely means that you found a dungeon, because that's the only place it occurs naturally except for jungle temples and jungle biomes. But those are very rare, so if you're mining in anything other than a jungle and you see this, it automatically means that you found a dungeon. Which is a good feeling, because these are actually very useful. This little box here, it would be easy to destroy. I have to be careful not to break it. There's no way to move them. You can't move them with pistons. You can't. Some mods have ways of moving them, but you can't silk touch it. When silk touch first came out, you could silk touch these, and it was like something that they hadn't thought of and hadn't intended, so they quickly stopped you from being able to do that. But yeah, so the way this works is if it will try to spawn zombies, because you see the spinning zombie in here, right? Yeah. It will try to spawn zombies every few ticks, every couple seconds or whatever. And basically, they can spawn in the air. This is the only time when mobs can spawn in the air, really. Most times mobs have to spawn on a block, but not with a spawner. In a 8x8 area centered on the negative corner. So, let's see. Yeah, it's going down this way. This is lower. This so centered on this corner right here, I think. Pretty sure I remember this. It's going to be an 8x8, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. It doesn't really matter because it's generally a lot easier to just make your spawner a 9 or your yeah, your spawner a 9x9 instead of figuring all that out, just because the water streams work better for that and everything. Like, you can do it 8x8 if you really want to, but there's really like, there's not really very much reason to do that. Like, you may as well just do it 9x9. So that's what we're gonna do. Now I gotta clear this out. Now, it used to be, before 1.8, Mossy Cobble was rare, and if you wanted to use it for anything, this was like the best place to get it. So you get like maybe like a little bit less than a stack from here, and that was like the only place you can get it. Now you can craft cobblestone with fines to get Mossy Cobble, so it's not nearly as valuable, which I like because I actually really like Mossy Cobble, and I was kind of sad that it was so rare. But at the same time, it like makes it a little bit less cool to find a dungeon. It's a little bit less of a like look at all the things I found, you know, type of thing, which is fine. But they've taken a lot of those out. I like sort of vanity blocks, like, you know, but I also like being able to use all the blocks. And the problem I think was that a lot of the blocks that you could only get from certain things and, you know, couldn't find a lot of that were rare were like really cool and really like, to make them look good a lot of times you needed them in larger quantities than like you were ever going to find them in. So yeah, I appreciate this business of making it so that you can craft Mossy Cobble. You didn't the chiseled stone brick blocks that I was using on the windmill base earlier. You didn't used to be able to craft those. You used to have to find them in jungle temples, which I have never found a jungle temple. So those blocks were just like you never got them. I had never used one in vanilla or in survival until. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so this way is 9x9. This way is 7x7. So we need to widen this up just a little bit. And this is kind of, you know, it doesn't have to be 9x9. You can leave the room the way it is. It's just that you'll get better efficiency like this. So yeah. Alright. Now, zombies aren't the best thing to use for an EXP farm, because they don't give that much EXP. Like, cave spiders, blaze, and maybe endermen give twice as much EXP. Endermen might give even more, I don't know. But once you go to the end and fight the ender dragon, enderman farms are pretty easy to make, and they spawn. Their spawn rates are ridiculous, because nothing else spawns there. Alright, so that's 9x9. We're gonna get this iron here. We can use this. Yeah. So yeah. But one thing about zombies and skeleton spawners too. Skeletons are the same way. Like, they're not great, but they give you very useful things. They can. So on hard mode, zombies and skeletons can spawn wearing armor, which is not that big of a deal, but it's kind of fun to like use the spawner to get armor and then like repair and enchant the armor. Whoa. Repair and enchant the armor, to get your own armor. You can only get chain armor from mob drops and sometimes villagers now, I think. So if you want chain armor, again, it's kind of a vanity thing because only you can't make it. You know, you can repair it and you can enchant it, but you can't make it. So that's something that you can get from these farms. Thought I heard something. Yeah, and so even though this can spawn mobs in the air, it can't spawn them at low light levels, which is why I'm lighting this up and why they're not spawning right now. But the beautiful and excellent thing about this is that you can make it spawn them just right above water, and it just drops them down into a water stream. And it's like really easy to make them go where you want them to, which is nice, you know. Alright, so this room's the right size now. Let me see, I want to see like, okay, so we're going this way, and what? Back this way. Okay, so honestly, let me make sure. This is on I think the mineshaft is on level 11, right? Level 11, yes. Now let me go up here. I wanna do this properly. But properly, I mean in the most OCD way possible. Because that's just how I do things, especially when it comes to using coordinates and so forth. Okay, now I think okay. So we're at like 160. What's the center? 165. Okay. Because what I want to do right here. Oh, I didn't look at the height. Dang it. So right here. Is where we actually want this to branch off. Let me look at the Y here real fast. 29, so we want to be like maybe 20. Seriously, I don't have an iron pick. Screw you, I don't need redstone. I feel horrible for doing that, but I know that people like always talk about how they'd never have enough redstone, but I have not found that to be the case for me. Ever. I always have way more redstone than I need. And that's just because I'm not smart enough to use redstone very much. I feel like I use it quite a bit, I'm never sure. I feel like it goes a long way. Like, I guess I can see like people who build like massive things that use all repeaters and stuff. Like, hopefully at some point we'll do some form of item sorting and I can teach you how that works. What level are we at? 20. Perfect. For right now, though, I'm going to go ahead and dig up to 29. Just kind of through everything here. Because what I want to be able to do is not have to come to here through the cave. I just want to be able to come through my mine shaft and eventually through railcart. Because that is the end all be all of transportation in Minecraft. Let's see, what can we talk about? Let's talk about the animals in Minecraft. So you have your food animals. You've got, like, you know, cows and pigs and sheep and chickens, all of which we have. Because really, we want to pretty much have everything in the game. Am I high enough? Oh crap, I'm way too high. Dang it. Wasn't even paying attention. 29. Yeah. So you got your, you got your cows and your sheep and your pigs. And you've got horses, which we have and we have seen. Horses, there are also donkeys, and if you breed horses and donkeys together, you get a mule. Now, donkeys, ooh, right here. Excellent. Perfect. Beautiful. Wonderful. Alright. Now, the thing about donkeys is that donkeys can carry chests. You can put 2 chests on donkeys, I think. Now mules, you can ride them, but they're pretty slow, and they can carry, I think, 1 chest. So they're really good for like transporting stuff and things. Like in certain situations, they're like very useful. So we'll probably try to get some mules and some donkeys going, because we're gonna need to transport stuff around if we're working on the villages all the time and stuff. Eventually, we'll have like a rail system. I don't know if I want to do like a sky rail system or a underground rail system, but that's something that's going to be cool about what we're going to do with all the villages. Is we're going to have to like have kind of a transportation system and maybe roads and stuff, and it's going to be fun. But that's a little bit in the future, so I'm not that worried about that. Other animals in Minecraft, we have hostile mobs, obviously. You have squid, which are not hostile, but they drop ink sacs, which are black dye when you kill them. So that's kind of cool. Now they will automatically be attacked by guardian mobs, which are like the blowfish that are around ocean temples, which hopefully we will find after we change the world gen type back to normal and all that. That's one of the things I'm hoping to find with that. You've got cats and dogs, which is something else that I hope to find after that. We're going to do quite a bit of biome exploration shortly after we do this in the next few episodes, because I want to find some stuff before we really get to building stuff. We need to get more kinds of materials. I want to get all the wood types, so we have access to all those. Maybe get some mycelium, hopefully, and some mushrooms. That would be awesome, but it's okay if that doesn't happen. But yeah, just try to collect as much stuff as we can. Now, to get dogs and cats, dogs they can happen in forest biomes, I think, but mostly you'll find dogs in like taiga, mega taiga biomes with like spruce forests, basically. And they are in the form of wolves, and you can tame them with bones, and they will like become dogs, and they will help you and fight things that attack you, and they'll automatically attack skeletons. Cats are very useful to have because they will they'll attack, or they don't attack, but they will scare creepers away. Creepers run from cats. I don't know why, but they do. Um, so we're gonna try to get cats and dogs because creepers are gonna get real annoying later. And all that. Now the reason I'm doing this um, is because when we start spawning, there's a chance that a mob will spawn on top of there and land on there, and then he won't come through the system, won't give us the XP, but it'll still lower the spawning rates of the zombie spawner because it'll be too close to it. And so we don't want that. So that's there so that they can't help but fall off. And we're going to grab this coal right here real fast, just because coal's always a good thing to have. Yeah, before we start on the villages, we're going to get a little bit of a base established and so forth, and I'll show you what we're going to do with that. One project that we need to do in the next few episodes is get a sheep farm going. I'll try to work out something fancy. I've never actually done a big, excessive, we're just going to say excessive, sheep farm. But I feel pretty confident in my ability to work one out. I've seen some ideas, so I kind of get the gist of it. But we'll figure it out together, and it'll be fun. Let's get this iron. Alright, now I think, yeah, I got plenty of cobblestone. I'm gonna just fill. Oh no, come back. You cannot leave. I'm gonna just fill this back corner completely in, because I don't want anything spawning back here. See, you think you're okay with a 1x1, but potentially a baby zombie could spawn there. I think, actually, I don't know, can baby zombies spawn in the 1x1? I know that they're only one tall, but I don't know if it checks, since they're actually a zombie, I don't know if it checks for spawning space for a zombie before it decides that they're going to be a baby zombie. I don't know how that works. I would imagine that it wouldn't, but it might. Okay, excellent. Now, we've done this, we've cleaned this up, we've gotten this prepped. Now, in the next few episodes, we might not actually come back to this for a little while. I really want to get enchantments going, but we don't even have the books and stuff yet to do that. And at this point, it's going to be so much easier to make this once we get a few enchantments. I need to make this longer and hopefully eventually get some slimes to spawn. Possibly what I might do is just dig down a bedrock right under the base and just start clearing out areas and see where slime spawn. Because I'd really like to have a slime farm right under the base so it can just always be running and always be loaded. But we will see. I know we didn't get a lot done in this episode, but it was fun. I enjoyed talking to you guys. Yeah. If you have any comments about the village idea, anything you want to say about anything really, you know what? Let's have a bed down here, so we don't always have to go up, right? Just temporary, just for now. But yeah. All right. Well, I think that's gonna do it for today, guys. I'm excited to do this. I'm excited to clean up these villages eventually. Excited to do some biome exploring and see what's up with this. Get some dark oaking so we can get going on that. Probably sheep farm's actually going to be pretty soon. I've been thinking about that for a little while. Something we need. There's a lot of, in the kind of what I want to build. There's a lot of wool involved, so which I'll show you guys soon. We'll harvest this. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day. Bye.